Good morning, students. In the previous lecture, we discussed about two of the electron transfer effects. The first one is inductive effect. We discussed about the positive inductive effect and the negative inductive effect. After that, we discussed about the resonance structure. What is resonance structure? What is resonance energy? And what are the rules for the resonance structure? In today's lecture, we are going to continue our journey in organic chemistry with the more three electron transfer effect. The first one is resonance effect, second one is electromeric effect, and the third one is hyperconjugation. Okay, our second temporary, no, it is permanent effect. Our second permanent effect after inductive effect is resonance effect. So this effect is first of all permanent. After that, what will be the definition of the resonance effect? So resonance effect means resonance effect defined as a polarity between or polarity because of two pi bonds or pi bond and lone pair of electron. A polarity created in a molecule because of two pi bonds or one pi bond and a lone pair of electron. That will be known as resonance effect. Resonance effect is permanent, as I said. It has another name. It is also known as a mesomeric effect. And its sign is either R or you can sign it as a M. There are two types of resonance effect. The first one will be plus R effect. Positive resonance effect. Okay, what is positive resonance effect? Let's start with one most famous organic molecule, double bond and double bond. Okay, one hydrogen is substituted by alcohol group. It is known as a phenol. This molecule is known as a phenol. Okay, now what is mesomeric effect or what is resonance effect? So polarity created because of two pi bonds or a lone pair or pi bond. Okay, here we have one lone pair of electrons and a pi bond. So in this molecule, our polarity will be created because of lone pair of electron and pi bond. Okay, let's start with that. What will happen? First of all, we are studying electron transfer. So this lone pair of electron will donate its electron to the single bond of carbon and oxygen. At the same time, this bond will donate its electron to the carbon. So this lone pair comes into the bonding and this pi bond becomes a lone pair. Again, lone pair of oxygen become a bond and pi bond of the carbon will become a lone pair. So what is happening? Let's see. Okay, these two bonds are as it is, but the main OH Now one lone pair is there, but another lone pair is donated as a double bond. So there will be double bond, and this this oxygen becomes positive because its lone pair is donated in the carbon oxygen bond. Now electron of this pi bond will be as a negative sign over here. Now this lone pair will be donated here as a double bond, and this double bond pi bond will donate its electron onto para carbon, in the sense the fourth carbon. So our next structure will be like this. Double bonded OH with positive charge. Now this lone pair is donated here as a double bond, and this double bond is situated over here as a lone pair of electron or negative charge, and this bond is as usual as it is. Now this lone pair will donate its electron over here to make a bond, and this bond will donate its electron onto this carbon. So again one more transfer will be there. Double bonded OH with positive charge. Now here a lone pair of electron with negative charge, and here a new double bond. Now this double bond will remove its electron from carbon and oxygen bond, and will be again a lone pair, because this lone pair is donating its electron onto the double bond. That's why our original structure will be obtained again. Now this pair is over here, so here double bond, and here double bond, original two as it is, and now it will be again single bonded because its electron is donated again on the oxygen. In this particular case, we are donating electron to the system. We are donating electron to the system. That's why system becomes negative. Our ring becomes negatively charged onto different carbon position, and our attacking group, our substituted group, becomes positively charged. That's why this is known as a positive resonance effect or positive mesomeric effect. Positive mesomeric effect or positive resonance effect means electron is donated into the ring becomes negative. That's why it is known as a positive resonance effect. Now let's discuss about another example of negative resonance effect. In the positive resonance effect, electron donating group is attached. Here electron donating group is attached. That's why they are donating electron to the ring. But now in the negative resonance effect, electron attracting group will be there. They will absorb electron from the ring. For example, I am taking nitrobenzene as my example. Nitrobenzene, nitrogen, coordinated covalent bond with oxygen, and double bonded oxygen with two lone pair electrons. Two lone pair electrons on the oxygen, and nitrogen becomes positive. Why nitrogen is positive? Because of the coordinate covalent bond with the oxygen. This structure of NO2 was studied in the previous lecture in the resonance structure. We know that these are going to resonate into each other. Now nitrogen is electron deficient group over here. That's why nitrogen is going to attract electron from the ring on the upper side. That's why this double bonded, this pi bond electron will be donated over here. That's why this carbon loses electron and this carbon do not have any effect, because this double bond is just shifted here. That's why this carbon has completely 4 bond, but this carbon has only 3 bond. That's why this carbon will become positive, the cornered carbon, and nitrogen will be become 5 bonded, 2 with the oxygen, 1 with this oxygen, and double bond with the carbon. But nitrogen cannot form 5 bonds. That's why this pi bond of the electron will be donated on this oxygen, so that nitrogen can form its own 4 bonds. So our next resonance structure will be like this. Okay, this, because of this pi bond, electron of the other 2 pi bond will be as it is, but this is donated over upper side. That's why this carbon becomes positive, and here double bond with the nitrogen, coordinate covalent bond with the another oxygen, and original oxygen was double bonded, but these electrons will be donated on the oxygen. That's why a lone pair of electron will be there, and this oxygen becomes negative. Plus charge of nitrogen will be carried as follow, because nitrogen was already plus because of the coordinate covalent bond, so that will be common in all the structures. Nitrogen plus, 4 bond of nitrogen, 4 bond of nitrogen. Now because of this plus charge, this carbon will seek electron from this pi bond. So this pi bond will donate its electron onto this, and this carbon becomes plus. That's why double bond and double bond, but it is donated here, so this carbon will be electron deficient, it will be positive, and on the upper side double bonded NO2 plus and single bonded oxygen with 4 electrons and negative charge. On the next step, this pi bond will donate electron on this side, and this carbon becomes positive, so that now pi bond will be here and here, and this carbon becomes positive. On the upper side the system will be same, nitrogen plus, here the single bonded oxygen with negative charge. Now the last step, because of this carbon is plus, the pi bond between nitrogen and carbon will donate its electron to the ring, and because of that a lone pair of oxygen will be over here, because nitrogen is losing its bond, so that our last structure will be like this. Double bond and double bond, this bond is shifted over here, single bond because one bond is reduced, coordinated oxygen, and now double bonded oxygen. Nitrogen is originally plus. Again the original structure is gained. What is the difference between this and this? Here electron donating group is there, that's why electron is taking away into the ring, ring becomes negatively charged, that's why it is known as a positive R effect. And in this effect electron attracting group is there, that's why electron is seeking from the ring, that's why ring becomes positively charged, and because ring becomes positively charged it is known as a minus R effect or negative resonance effect. Totally opposite, if the name is positive resonance effect, it will be known as a negatively charged ring, and if positively charged ring is there, it will be known as a negative resonance effect. Now our next electron transfer effect is electromeric effect. First of all, electromeric effect is temporary effect. Our only effect which is temporary. It will happen only and only when attacking group is present. In the presence of attacking functional group or attacking reagent, electromeric effect will be shown. If we remove attacking group, electromeric effect will be gone. Our condition for electromeric effect, there must be one carbon-carbon double bond or one carbon-carbon triple bond available in the system. Then and then electromeric effect will be there. Now what is electromeric effect? A transfer of electron. Again it is two type of. First one is positive electromeric effect. Positive electromeric effect. What is positive electromeric effect? Okay, our condition, carbon-carbon double bond. So let's take a carbon-carbon double bond like this. We have carbon-carbon double bond. Now if electrophile is attacking H plus, our electrophile, if electrophile is attacking our system, Lewis acid is attacking our system, then what will happen? A pi electron will be shifted on a one carbon, either this one or this one. The system which is obtaining electron, a carbon which is obtaining pi electron will donate its electron to the hydrogen because hydrogen is plus. That's why if electron is taken by this carbon, that will be negative and this will be plus, and this negative carbon will catch the hydrogen. That's why negative charge is gone because hydrogen is plus. Because of this system, carbocation is formed. In positive electromeric effect, carbocation will be formed. Again, pi electron is attracted by the carbon which is connected to the attacking group. Pi electron of the bond will be on the carbon which is connected to the attacking group. Then it will be known as a positive electromeric effect. If I remove this hydrogen, then again there will be a double bond and electromeric effect will be gone. That's why it is known as a temporary effect. Our second type of electromeric effect is negative electromeric effect. In the sense, if we have taken electrophile over here, we will take nucleophile in our this example. So carbon-carbon double bond, and now I am using one electrophile, sorry, nucleophile. Now if this carbon is taking the electrons of the pi bond, our nucleophile will give its electron to the another carbon. Look at the difference. The carbon which have electron will gain the attacking group. Then it is positive electromeric effect on the same carbon. But if our carbon is taking the pi electron, another carbon will gain the attacking group. Then it will be known as a negative electromeric effect. So after the bond cracking, this carbon becomes positive and this one becomes negative. Negative carbon will remain as it is because our attacking group is also negative. So positive carbon will combine with the nucleophile and this will give me carbanion, our negative carbon. If we remove cyanide from here, double bond will be again formed and our original compound will be obtained. That's why it is known as a negative inductive effect. In the negative inductive effect, attacking group will be nucleophile, and in positive electromagnetic effect, our attacking group will be positive. Clear? Now, in the resonance system, a transfer of a charge or a transfer of a pi electron, delocalized electron, will be known as a conjugated system. This is a conjugated system. In here, there is no conjugated system. Why? Because there is no conjugated transfer of the pi electrons. That's why it is temporary effect. Now our last effect, our last electron transfer effect is hyperconjugation. What is hyperconjugation? It is simple stability attraction. It is simple stability attraction. If there is a hyperconjugation, that compound will be more stable. What does the requirement? Either carbocation or carbon-carbon double bond or carbon-carbon triple bond with alkyl group. These systems with alkyl group, not only this system but plus alkyl group. In here we only need double bond or triple bond, but here double bond, triple bond with alkyl group. Let's start with carbocation. Let's take one example of the carbocation. Suppose we have CH3CH2 plus CH3CH2 plus ethyl carbocation. Ethyl carbocation. We have ethyl carbocation. Let's draw its structure. Carbon with 2 hydrogen, single bonded with another carbon. Now this is 3-dimensional CH3. It is sp2 hybridized, it is sp3 hybridized. Because it is sp3 hybridized, there will be one hydrogen towards U and one hydrogen behind the bond, away from the U, and one hydrogen in the plane. Now this carbon has positive charge in the sense its pz orbital is completely empty. Pz orbital is completely empty. And if I have drawn an orbital over here, let's take orbital look for this carbon also, so that we can understand it clearly. Okay, sp3 hybridized orbital with the hydrogen. Likewise here, sp3 hybridized orbital and hydrogen, and sp3 hybridized orbital and the hydrogen towards U and away from the U. Clear? And here both of them will be in the plane. Okay, in the sense single bonded, it is also in the plane, that's why single bonded. But now this is completely empty. Pz is completely empty. That's why electron of this hybrid orbital will be donated on the empty Pz orbital. It means what happened? Electron transfer of the carbon hydrogen bond, or you can say sigma electron. This is sigma bond, overlapping of the orbitals. So electron transfer of the sigma bond on the empty pz orbital of the carbocation will be known as a hyperconjugation. Let's take a deep understanding of that. Suppose this is CH2 CH3. What is happening over here? This sigma bond electron will be donated over here. Donation of the electron of hydrogen and the carbon bond, sigma electron on the pi bond. That's why this positive charge will be eliminated, and that hydrogen becomes plus carbon, single bonded hydrogen, single bonded hydrogen, and here double bond is there, and this carbon becomes neutral. Now same thing happens. Instead of this I am using this hydrogen, instead of this I am using this hydrogen. Then what will happen? See, now this hydrogen becomes H plus, double bonded C, H and H. So instead of these two I can write these two. Now instead of this hydrogen I am using this hydrogen. Then C, H, H, this hydrogen becomes plus, double bonded C and H and H. So three different type of hyperconjugation is possible. First one, second one and third one, because on this alkyl group 3 hydrogens are available. Because of 3 hydrogens are available, 3 different possibilities of electron donation is possible, and plus charge of the carbocation will be stabilized. It will be more stable. That's why back there when we were discussing about the stability of carbocation, I said that 2 effects are responsible. First one is inductive effect and the second one is hyperconjugation. Because of hyperconjugation, carbocation becomes stable. That's why CH3 is least stable. Why? Because it does not have any alkyl group for the hyperconjugation. But in the CH2 CH3 there is one alkyl group present in the primary carbocation. That's why it has 3 hyperconjugation structure with one alkyl group. Then secondary carbocation CH, CH3, CH3, it will be positive. 2 alkyl group is there. That's why total 6 number of hyperconjugation will be there in the secondary carbocation, and because of 6 hyperconjugation it is more stable than primary. And in the tertiary carbocation there is a 3 alkyl group present. Because of 3 alkyl group there is total 9 hyperconjugation possible, and because of that tertiary carbocation is most stable. Okay, we discussed about carbocation. Now let's discuss about double bond or triple bond. Double bond or triple bond. So let's take one example of propene. Suppose I have a propene. Okay, propene means CH3CH double bond CH2. Let's draw the structure. CH3 means 1 towards U, one away from you. This means this is on the other side. Dotted line means it is towards you because it is CH3, and this is in the plane, so a straight line. Okay, now the middle carbon with one hydrogen, so one hydrogen in the plane, and this is PZ. Likewise here PZ, and two hydrogen in the plane, so a hydrogen in the plane, hydrogen in the plane, hydrogen in the plane. Okay, now let's take a deep look. One pi bond is here, so this is pi bond, carbon carbon single bond, and one pi bond, so PZ PZ pi bond. But this pi bond will delocalize with this sigma electron of the CH3 bond. Like I said, double bond with the alkyl group, double bond with the alkyl group, then hyperconjugation will be there. Okay, how we are going to explain this? Suppose there are CH3 with double bonded carbon. Okay, so this double bond electron, pi electron, will be transferred on the first carbon. This is transferred on the first carbon. That's why this carbon becomes positive, and if positive carbon has alkyl group, there will be hyperconjugation, so this bond will be donated over here. So hydrogen will be plus and it will be double bonded, and this carbon becomes negative. So C hydrogen hydrogen, and this hydrogen becomes plus. Now this bond is shifted here, so that's why it is double bonded carbon, and third carbon becomes negative, and two hydrogen, one hydrogen on the second carbon. Okay, instead of this hydrogen, if I am using this hydrogen, then that will be plus and another two will be in the bond, and this carbon becomes negative as it is. If we use the first hydrogen, then H plus, okay, no bond, carbon with two different hydrogen bond, double bonded carbon with hydrogen, and last carbon will be negatively charged. So in the propene, 3 hyperconjugation is possible because of alkyl group presence. This is CH3, and because of this CH3, there is possibility of hyperconjugation. That's why hyperconjugation is delocalized electron resonance structure. So we studied total 4 effects. 1, inductive effect, positive inductive effect and negative inductive effect. What is negative inductive effect? Negative inductive effect means our attacking group or substituted group have more attraction towards electron than hydrogen. Positive inductive effect means our attacking group has less attraction towards electron than hydrogen. Second, we studied resonance effect. Positive resonance effect means rings becomes negative, and negative resonance effect means ring becomes positive, because in the positive resonance effect electron attracting group is there, electron donating group is there, and in negative resonance effect electron attracting group is present. Inductive effect and resonance effect both are completely permanent effect. Hyperconjugation is also permanent effect. When we can see hyperconjugation? When carbocation, double bonded or triple bonded compound with alkyl group. Electromeric effect, first of all it is temporary effect. It is shown in the double bonded or triple bonded unsaturated compound only in the presence of attacking group. If attacking group is electrophile, it becomes positive electromeric effect, and if our attacking group is nucleophile, it becomes negative inductive effect. So in the homework, refer all the 4 electron transfer effects from your textbook, which will be useful in the organic chemistry in the next lectures we are going to study. So please read it carefully, and if you have any doubts, contact me. I will solve it for you. So that's all for the today's lecture. Thank you so much.